In the name of Allah, the most beneficent, ever merciful. In our last session, we discussed the past continuous tense. In this session, we intend to discuss the present perfect tense form. The present perfect tense is formed with the present tense of verb have plus the past participle I have worked, etc. The past participle in regular verbs has exactly the same form as the simple past, that is, loved, worked, etc. In irregular verbs, the past participles vary. The negative is formed by adding not to the auxiliary. The interrogative is formed by inverting the auxiliary and subject. Affirmative: I have worked. Negative: I have not worked. Interrogative: have I worked? You have worked. You have not worked. Have you worked? He, she, it has worked. He, she, it has not worked. He, she, it has he, she, it worked. We have worked. We have not worked. Have we worked? You have worked. You have not worked. Have you worked? They have worked. They have not worked. Have they not worked? Have they worked? Negative interrogation, negative interrogative, has he not worked, etc. Contraction. Has or have and have not, has not can be contracted. Thus, I have worked. You haven't worked. Hasn't he worked, etc. The contracted forms are often almost inaudible in colloquial speech. Have and has may also be contracted. Where have you been? What has he done? Use. This tense may be used. This tense may be said to be a sort of mixture of present and past. It always implies a strong connection with the present and is chiefly used in conversations, letters, newspapers, and television and radio reports. When we say, I have lived here for 4 years, just at this moment I am living here, but I said I have lived here for 4 years. It means I started living here 4 years in the past and I still live here. The present perfect used with just for a recently completed action. He has just gone out. He went out a few minutes ago. This is a special use of this tense. Just must be placed between the auxiliary and the main verb. This combination is used chiefly in the affirmative, though the interrogative form is possible. Has he just gone out? It is not normally used in the negative. The present perfect used for past actions whose time is not definite. That is, in the sentence, time is not mentioned. A present perfect. The present perfect is used for recent actions when the time is not mentioned. I have read the instructions, but I don't understand them. Have you had breakfast? No, I haven't had it yet. Compare with. I read the instructions last night. Time given. So simple past. Did you have breakfast at the hotel? That is, before you left the hotel. Simple past. Note possible answers to questions in the present perfect. Have you seen my stamps? Yes, I have. No, I haven't. Yes, I saw them on your desk a minute ago. Have you had breakfast? Yes, I have. Or no, I haven't had it yet. Or yes, I had it at 7 o'clock. Or yes, I had it with Mary. Time implied. Recent actions in the present perfect often have results in the present. Tom has had a bad car crash. He is probably still in hospital. The lift has broken down. We have to use the stairs. I have washed the car. It looks lovely. But actions expressed by the simple past without a time expression do not normally have results in the present. Tom had a bad crash, but he is probably out of hospital now. I washed the car, but it may be dirty again now. The lift broke down, but it is probably working again now. Actions expressed by the present perfect plus yet usually have results in the present. He hasn't come yet, so we are still waiting for him. It can also be used for actions which occur further back in the past, provided the connection with the present is still maintained. That is, that the action could be repeated in the present. I have seen wolves in that forest. Implies that it is still possible to see them, and John Smith has written a number of short stories. Implies that John Smith is still alive and can write more. If, however, the wolves have been killed off and John Smith is dead, we would say, I saw wolves in that forest once, or I saw wolves in that forest several times, or I used to see wolves here, and John Smith wrote a number of short stories. When we use the present perfect in this way, we are not necessarily thinking of any one particular action. The action may have occurred several times, or or we don't know the exact time, we don't know of the exact time when the action was performed. If we are thinking of one particular action performed at a particular time, we are more likely to use the simple past. We will continue with present perfect tense in our next session, and so please wait for the next session.